do like that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
Stop it. Stop it. Well, I'm Elizabeth, and excited to be able to share tonight what I love most, and that's sharing about the business opportunity. So I've been in Mary Kay for 20 years, and if you had asked me in my 20s or 30s what I would be doing at this stage in my life, I would have never said in Mary Kay selling skincare. So that can give you an idea if y'all running math in your head, I'm old. So there you go. Thank you, Mary Kay. It helps. So I'm going to take a little different twist tonight. So I'm going to kind of look at my notes a little bit. But long story short, the last place I would have ever seen myself at this stage that many years ago would have been in this company. I had never used skincare before in my life. I didn't know anything about makeup. I wore a foundation only because I worked in the office and the other girls did, so I thought I had to. But my face was a different color than the rest of my body because I'm a Florida girl and I had always been a beach babe. And when you work in an office Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and then on Saturday you're doing things with the kids, and then on Sunday you spend most of it with Jesus, and then the rest of it is getting ready for the next week, doing the laundry, scrubbing the bathtubs, getting the homework and the backpacks and all that ready. There's no time to go lay in the sun. So I wanted my face to look tan, so I wore a different color of foundation. This is what we were talking about a minute ago. And if you'd have told me I needed to fix it, I would not have even known how. So when I say that just would not have been me, like literally it would not have been. But that being said, God just has a sense of humor, and he tends to take the least likely and put them in places. So is there anybody in here that's like, I can't believe that I'm really in Mary Kay, or yeah, or I'd have never thought, or yeah. Good, I'm not alone, y'all make me feel better. Okay, so anyway, so I was working in a corporate job situation. I wanted out. I did not like my job. Is there anybody else here currently that has another job that you really would not mind leaving if you had something else to do? So everybody here, so who in here has a job that's not Mary Kay? Okay, so all of you love your job, is that what I'm hearing? No, okay. Okay. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have girlfriends that are in Mary Kay that are even sales directors that loved their job before, and even our beautiful blonde Barbie over here, nurse, loved being a nurse for most of her life, but just got to the stage where she wanted to do something different. So, but I was in a situation where I wanted to get out. I did not like my job, and I wanted out. And so, that being said, I was looking for something. I had shared it with a girlfriend, and one day a girl just told me that I should do Mary Kay. She basically just told me that I should do Mary Kay. So my question for the guests in here in the room tonight, or anybody in here, have y'all ever been told that you should go do something, and you're like, what? Why would I go do that? I mean, like, seriously. So my first question was, or my first thought was, when she told me that I should do Mary Kay, my first thought was, she's just lost her mind. Like, she has no clue. She's just lost her mind. Why would I do Mary Kay? I don't do makeup, much less lipstick. I mean, I just thought Mary Kay was all about lipstick. And then the second question was, who the heck does she think she is telling me what I should go do? I mean, I was a strong corporate businesswoman, and that's just where I was. But I was looking for something else, and I had asked if she knew of anything that I could do. So in her defense, she was a Mary Kay girl, and she loved it. So she's like, that's what you should do. So with that being said, if you're here and you're a guest tonight, it may be that your girlfriend sitting behind you, the consultant that brought you here, may be saying, you should do Mary Kay. And you may be thinking, that's the craziest idea I've ever heard. Who is she to tell me what I should be doing? And that's where I was so many years ago. But that being said, life is just crazy, and God has a sense of humor. And so with that, it's interesting because when I started learning a little bit more about Mary Kay, my thought was that those women are just really weird. Like, they're happy all the time, and they're just really weird. And so, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
You Mary Kay ladies are always so excited.
We are because we love what we do. And then another thought was, because I was invited to a Mary Kay event, the other thought was they speak another language. Like, there's girls running around going, I need to be a red jacket. And my thought was, she needs to be a red jacket? Like, does she need to buy a red jacket? Does she need to go to Dillard's and buy a red jacket? What does that need to be a red jacket mean? You know, and then other girls are like, oh, I want to be a DIQ. And I'm like, is that a drug? Like, what does that mean? What do you mean DIQ? So we speak a different language. But what's so cool about it is that when they would talk about being a red jacket, people would applaud. They'd get excited. When they'd introduce DIQs, people would stand up and they would clap. And I'm like, these Mary Kay women are just really weird. So, and all of that, at the end of the day, I knew that I needed something else. I was in a corporate job. I was a single mom and I was struggling financially. And but my mindset was, when this girl told me that I should do Mary Kay, initially I went to, who are you to tell me what I should do? Like, I'm a single mom. I get up at 4:30 every day. I get the kids where they have to go. I'm at the office by 8. I get off at 5. I go straight to the school or a ball field. I get home at 8 o'clock at night. I come in. I cook the supper, clean the kitchen, check the homework, throw the kids in bed, fall out at midnight, start over at 4:30. So, like, I have a hard time doing a bath. When would I do another job or business? Like, that's just crazy to me. But I also knew, from what I knew just from life, that when you continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, that's kind of like the definition of insanity, you know? And I was doing the same thing over and over again every day, expecting my life to look different at some point, but yet not doing anything to make it look different. So I really started looking at the Mary Kay opportunity. The challenge is, when the girl had told me I should do Mary Kay, consultants, I love you. Quit telling your girlfriends that they should do Mary Kay. They don't know what that means. We have to tell them what doing Mary Kay looks like. Like, what is Mary Kay about? What are the benefits? What are the reasons? And so as I started learning that information, I just come from a mindset that women are smart. You give a woman good information, she can make an educated decision. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Say, yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So it boils down to, we need to give information so that women can make an educated decision. And so with that, I just wanted to share with you this evening some of the things that I learned in the process of looking at Mary Kay as a job opportunity for me that absolutely blow my mind that I did not know about. And it was interesting what Cheryl just said. I was going to share this later, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Did you know that the average woman will spend more than, or on the average, $30,756 a year on beauty products? The average woman, $3,756. Are y'all ready for the men? The average man will spend $2,928 on average in a year. When men love skincare. And when their woman's looking young and good, they don't need to be looking old and decrepit, because when they take their good-looking young wife out to dinner, people look at them and like, what's she doing with her granddaddy? I mean, I'll never forget the first time I took my husband to seminar and he went to the men's class. That was in the conversation. Men, your girls are using good product. You need to go home and start using her product. And the minute we got home, he walked in my office and said, you need to teach me all this stuff, because I'm not going to have you looking 30 and me look 90. So just know that. But at the end of the day, this amounts for men $225,360 a year. And I mean, y'all, just crazy. Crazy, 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 the amount of money that's spent on skincare and beauty products in general. So it comes as no surprise that skincare is the most popular beauty product category, as from a survey done in 2023, holding a market of 40%. So skincare is predicted to stay number one in bringing in roughly $211 billion US in revenues by 2028.
Wow.
Do you think you're in the right business at the right time?
Yes.
Girls that have already made the decision to be here. Yes.
Can I just piggyback on that? I don't know if anybody listened to the $1 Million Message today, but I thought it was very interesting that they said that Warren Buffett just took out 50% of Apple and 10% of Bank of America and put it all into Ulta.
Yeah.
That to me,
Wow.
when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm a really smart lady getting in on Mary Kay and
You are.
Warren Buffett is doing this, so.
You are. And y'all, like millennials, 27 to 42-year-olds, if you want to know where the money is, your millennials, 27 to 42-year-olds, on average will spend $2,600 a year. Gen Zers, 18 to 26, on average, $2,048 a year. And this one I beg to differ with for my older girlfriends. 43 to 58, they say 1,500. I'm like, that's not true. It's about double that. I think that's a typo. Because I'm like doing everything and then some. So that's a typo. But that being said, so here's some of the things that I heard 20 years ago when I started looking into the Mary Kay business that got me to say yes to the opportunity. Because again, I knew what I was doing wasn't changing my future. So I had to make a different decision. But I was very business-minded, very corporate-minded. So if your girlfriend bought you here tonight to go, would you please join my team? Most people say yes to Mary Kay for two reasons. The most common two reasons are, number one, the money, and number two, because the girlfriend invited you. Or her, yeah. So just know that. So if you were invited by a friend, your girlfriend really wants you to join her team, and I'm just telling you that's one of the top two reasons that people say yes to the business, because your girlfriend needs you. But some other ones, did you know that Mary Kay is actually rated number one in the world 2 consecutive years in a row now?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you know that we have more women in Mary Kay making more than $100,000 a year, more than any other single company in America? Hello, could you get excited over those kind of figures in your bank account every year? Yeah. Did you know our company's priorities are God first, family second, career third? Did you know that you can make 50% on everything you sell? Not only buy your own products at 50% and then write them off on your taxes, which means, did you know that there are incredible tax advantages that you get to write off when you're a Mary Kay business person? Anybody in here have a cell phone? Tax write-off. Anybody in here pay for internet service? Tax write-off. Any of you ever go take trips to go see family, friends, anything? Tax write-off. Take some Mary Kay, deliver it. You're on a business trip. Meals en route, business trip. Need a new iPad? You need it for the business. Write it off on your taxes. My husband and I made a huge business decision 8 years ago. We built a large house. In my house, there's 1,000 square feet that is my Mary Kay world. I have a kitchen area, a studio, an office. We did it because I am very business strategic, and I had been renting somewhere, which made no logical business sense to me. So we moved it into the home. I get to, can y'all say I get to?
I get to.
Write off a portion of my mortgage, the power bill, the water bill, the gas bill, the toilet paper. When girls come over, they go to the bathroom. The laundry detergent. When I do my facials, I use washcloths. I know, are y'all making a list? I use washcloths. I have to wash the family towels, so I'll just throw the washcloths in with the family towels. It's all a tax write-off, ladies. If you're not keeping up with those kind of records, you're missing out. Your mileage. You need to go grocery shopping today. While you're there, buy some stickies, buy some ink pens, because you have to use ink pens to write on your sales tickets when you're writing up your customers. Write off your mileage to the grocery store while you're there. Write off the cost of those pens and those sticky notes and whatever else you get. I know, it's all a tax write-off. Y'all, it's crazy as business people what we could do. Did you know that you have job security because you're the boss? Nobody can fire you unless you decide that you're not working good enough and you need to step it up or fire yourself, which some days I've had that conversation with myself. Did you know that you can promote yourself? At my other job, one of the other reasons that I did want to leave was that I had topped out. Other than my 3 to 5% raise a year, which was not keeping up with the cost of living increase, I was not going to make any more money, and I was struggling, and I was frustrated, and there was no other position that I could move into. So I was capped out, and nothing was going to change unless I changed something. But I had to make the decision to do that. Did you know that you control your paycheck? I cut my own paycheck at the other company, because I did everything from ordering the toilet paper to doing the payroll taxes and cutting my own check, but I didn't get to pick the numbers that I got to put on that check. In Mary Kay, I get to pick the numbers that I put on my paycheck every week, every month, every year, also every day. I like to go shopping. I like shoes. And tomorrow, if I want to go shopping and buy some new pairs of shoes, then I can just invite a couple girlfriends over to my table. We're going to play in some makeup, and then I'm going to go shopping because I can. I get to. Y'all, in this business, you're in control. It's up to you what you do with it. The cool thing about it is if you do good, then you can pat yourself on the back and go, I worked. Don't act like I don't work. We work.
Mhm.
But you can pat yourself on the back and say, I did the work, and this is what I get because I chose to work. But on the flip of that is I can't blame Joellen if I don't do good in my business because she doesn't control what I do or don't do because she's not my boss. I am.
Mm.
Yeah, you know, y'all, you get to control your paycheck. Did you know that you can drive a free company car? Company car for free, pink car, yeah. We are currently on track for our 6th pink Cadillac 12th company car.
Yeah, girl.
Y'all, and when you do that, they do pay 70% of your insurance, just by the way. And if for some reason you don't like the company car because you want to drive a truck or whatever, you can take the cash and do with it whatever you want to. Again, it's your choice. I'm a freedom of choice kind of girl, so I love that the company gives us choices with so many different things that we can do, even up to what kind of diamond rings we want to pick up when we go to seminar, or do we want to take cash instead so we can take our family on a vacation. Y'all, but these are some of the things that I was looking at when I was looking at the company. But we also like no's too. Some of the no's that we like is that we have no territories. With my other job, I was very limited on what I could do or don't do. In Mary Kay, we have no territories, so there's very little restrictions. We have no other boss other than ourselves, and I kind of like that because I wanted flexibility. That was one of the reasons that I wanted Mary Kay. I wanted to be more present for my children. We have no quotas. There is never anyone standing over you saying, Celeste, if you don't go sell products this week, if you don't go sell 10 lipsticks, you're going to get fired. You are never working under pressure because we have no quotas. It's up to you what you do with this, which is so cool. We also have a no debt company. This is a multi-bazillion-dollar company that is completely debt-free. Y'all, that's pretty cool. There's not many companies in America that can say that. We have no animal testing. Can y'all get excited about that? We are putting nothing on our face that was made and created in a China facility. That's enough to scream about. Yeah, hello. Seriously, y'all. But some of those are the reasons that I said yes to this business 20 years ago. What blows my mind is a lot of that's not what keeps me here. The money does because I want to live life large. We grew up financially struggling. We were a middle-class family. There were 7 children. We struggled. I was the youngest of the 7, so I never had new clothes. And when I did get new clothes at Christmas, my sisters would all steal them, so I still never had new clothes because they would take them. That's why when you look at my closet, it's like a lot because I can't let go of stuff because I never had any. But if that's the worst it gets, then you know it is what it is.
Just build a bigger closet.
Yeah, girl.
I don't think it can get much bigger. It's a room that I literally encapsulated and made into a closet. But so that being said, so cool. But you know, the money does keep me here because I want to live life large, and I struggled with that because I grew up struggling financially. We were like on the verge of poor, so I grew up with that mindset. And the thought of being wealthy and having a lot, I really struggled with that. But what I learned along the way, that when you make a little more, there's no shame in that. Not only can you pay your own bills and live at whatever, bless you, lifestyle you choose to, you can also give a lot more away. You can give more to your church. You can give more to needy. You can give more to your children when they're in a pickle and they need your help. You can do so much more. And when you work to earn it, there's just a feel good and being able to give it away and bless somebody else. So there's that. So I used to say for many, many years, all my girls have heard me say, Mary Kay's not for everyone, but I never know who it's for, so I just share information. I think women are smart and they can make an educated decision on whether or not they want to do this or not. In the last month or so, I've really changed my mindset because Mary Kay is for everyone. I truly believe that with everything in me. My life has totally been transformed because I said yes to Mary Kay. The catch on that, though, is that not everybody will say yes. And that's just a decision that someone gets to make. You know, and I can say it's not a right or wrong, but there are a best and a better, and you get to choose. Mary Kay is all about giving choices, and saying yes to Mary Kay is a choice. And so the question then becomes, out of some of those things that we just talked about, what is there in that if you had, or if you process, would make you go, wow, number one, I didn't know that about Mary Kay, but number two, wow, just saying yes to this could give me some of that. So, just closing it up real quick. The most common reasons why women say no, they're too busy. That was me. So when someone says they're too busy, they can't top me. 4:30 to midnight, I was too busy. But I figured out a way, because when a woman wants something bad enough, I wanted a different life, you'll figure out a way to make it happen. So too busy is an excuse. I'm not the sales type. We sell every day. We sell our children on why they need to eat green beans. We sell our girlfriend why she needs to use our hairdresser because she's the best. We sell our girlfriends why they need to go shopping with us because we don't want to do it alone. And when we spend $100, then we can blank also tell the husband that she spent $100 too. And I couldn't be outdone. You know, we sell all the time, so that was down the drain. I don't know enough people. I can go look at people's Facebook and know that that's another excuse. Or I don't have enough money. To start Mary Kay literally cost $35. 20 years ago, I paid $100, and today, 20 years later, you can start a business for $35. And I would say if you don't have $35 to start a business and you really want to, then you need to figure out a way to borrow $35 from a friend, because that's your why. If that is the only reason, no woman ever needs to be in a situation where she doesn't have $35. Just saying, that's a drop the mic, okay? So the majority of those are just based in fear. And that doesn't need to be the reason that anyone does or does not do a Mary Kay business. And so with that, the real questions are these. If I did say yes, and for those of you that already have, ask your question, because I said yes, or if I did say yes, how can my life, or what would my life look like differently a year from now? Consultants, ask yourself, because I'm saying yes or have said yes, how is my life going to be different a year from now because of what Mary Kay can give me? If you're thinking about it, how could your life look differently? Number two, what do I have to lose by giving it a try? And number three, who could my life impact if I said yes to this opportunity and it changed my life with just one of these things that we just discussed? Y'all, it's not a life-threatening decision, but it is a life-changing decision. Like crazy life-changing decision. For all the consultants in the room, can I get an amen?
Yes.
Amen. Thank y'all for
Repeat that
coming.
last thing, I'm so sorry, it was so good.
No, you're good. It is not a life-threatening decision, but it is a life-changing decision. You're welcome.
So good.